Hello guys, how's it going? Splicer here. Now I've put together 5 pro tips that will take your game to the next level. So now I'm not talking about where to land for the best loot or aiming for the water and missing out the hills so you can skydive to the ground quicker. Most of you guys are going to know that already, and if you don't, then there's plenty of tip videos out there for that. These are just a few tips that will get you playing like a pro and make you win a lot more games. So let's jump straight into this then with number 1. So some of you might have seen this taken off in a lot of live streamers recently, but double and triple pump shotguns and also double or triple bolt action snipers. Now this completely changes how you'll be using these weapons. So traditionally they take quite a long time to reload, whereas it's much quicker just to switch between the exact same weapon and then fire off a second round or third round if you've got 3 of them, which is extremely effective, especially with the bolt action sniper rifles. So as you can see here, I've got 3 bolt action sniper rifles, and you can keep on aiming down the sights while switching between the weapons. So it simply gives you 3 or however many bolt actions you've got in your infantry, that amount of rounds whilst aiming down the sights. So as you see here, you can keep your eyes on the enemy through the scope and get a second or third round down. And obviously for the purposes of this video, I'm deliberately missing them, just so you can exactly see what it looks like. So this also means with the bolt actions is that it's 105 damage for the rare bolt action on a body shot. So if you've got a follow-up round that comes straight afterwards, you're going to take out 210 damage. So even if they've got a full shield and full health, you'll be taking them out. So if you're not doing it and you can find them, get 2 bolt action sniper rifles in your infantry. And like I said earlier on, the same works for the pump action shotguns. So double them up, triple them up, and you just simply rotate through the weapons and you'll get more firepower on the enemy before then having to reload, which is great and it works brilliantly. Right, tip number 2. Now this is just a short and sweet one, but something to definitely think about later on in the game when the storm's closing in, the circle's getting smaller, and people start building up these towers and bases. So when you're playing aggressively and you're charging towards that fort, and obviously they're not seeing you, what you need to be thinking of doing is making your ramps out of the same material that your enemy is using at that exact moment. Obviously they're in there, they can hear all the same sounds that the wood or the metal or the bricks is making. If you then throw in a different material into that, they're going to know that you're coming. Whereas if you use the same material, it will sound just like the stuff they're building, and then simply run up there, shotgun them, take all their stuff. Right, tip number 3. So this one runs through the same sort of lines as the last one, where it's based on forts, however you're building the forts. Now there's a load of different options that you can use in this game to amend ramps and walls and that sort of stuff to make them unique towards that fort. And a lot of people aren't using them. A lot of times I'm watching this, I see the game, and a lot of people build towers and they simply just build a ramp and then a floor and then a top of a ramp. So they get trapped at the top of a tower. And they either get caught out by the storm and have to jump down from the top, obviously inflicting more damage, or they'll get a side blown out and then they'll sort of be stuck up there or jump down again. So what you need to be doing, I've shown you here examples, is giving yourself escape routes when you're building those towers. The towers are good, it gives you height, elevation is what you need, but you need to be able to have a way of either running into the tower and jumping out, giving yourself doors to escape from, and also using the walls for your advantage with cover. You can add windows and doors and things into them. You can put half walls up if you've only got half a ramp and you need to be able to see over but have enough cover for your body. And also you can do loads to the roof pieces if you want to have cover from behind but be able to see out the front, like a little pillbox type thing. But best thing for that is just practicing with it. As you can see in this clip, obviously I'm using the PlayStation here, so you simply just hold onto the circle to edit it and then click on R2, or the equivalent button, and follow around where you want it to go. Click confirm and then it will simply just build it into that structure you want. You can obviously redo this and put it back to the way it was at any time if you want, and obviously repair them if they need to be repaired. But yeah, just play around with it and it will make your fort building game or sniper tower building game a hell of a lot better. Okay then, tip number 4. Now this one will only save you a split second, but sometimes in Fortnite that's all you need, and obviously if you want to be playing at pro level, then split seconds is what it's all about. So what you need to be doing with your weapons and your infantry, how you have it, is you need to be having your weapons in the same positions for every game that you play. So you have, let's say you have your sniper or shotgun in a specific place, so it almost becomes muscle memory when somebody hits you and you switch straight to your shotgun and you get them. I know it sounds super simple, and I know you all know that where your weapons are going to be, but if you've always had it in the same place, your body will naturally jump to that when you need it, if you've always got it there. Obviously you don't always get the same weapons, but even if you have like the first slot for close range, mid range, long range, and then your extra stuff, or however you want to do it. But just if you start going through the motions of having it in the same place, then when it comes to that split-second decision, you'll already naturally know where you'll probably already be in it, and then you'll be that split second ahead of the next person. Right, and now for tip number 5. Now, I've had a few people ask me, when you go on defensive building, so if somebody's shooting at you and you just throw a wall up to defend yourself on a ramp, why are people using wood? Why aren't they using brick or metal? Because it's stronger than what the wood would be, and wood can just get shot out, which is true in the long run. However, in the short game, which is where you're going to be needing it, wood is stronger from the outset. So when you place a bit of wood down, I'm showing you an example here. When you place wood down, it has an immediate 100 health, which means it can take a full blast from a pump shotgun and take a lot more damage than what the brick wall and the metal wall can. Like I say, I've shown you here, I'm going to take one shot at the wood one at the brick, one at the metal, and the brick and the metal simply just get blown straight out, and obviously at that moment in time you need immediate defense, whereas the wood drops straight into 100 health, whereas the brick starts at 90 and the metal starts at 80. So if you're getting hit straight away, it'll blast straight through that, where actually wood's stronger. But that's it for now, guys. If you've got any extra tips, any tips that you think a lot of people would like to know, just drop in the comments below and I'll put together another video sharing these tips with everybody else. Also, if you like the tips, drop the video a like, give the channel a subscribe. I'm on the way to 10,000 subscribers, obviously a long way to go, but with your help we'll get there. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.